So it is autumn. Welcome back to my medieval dynasty, Bogus's medieval dynasty. Good morning, Bogus. Good morning, Amelia.
How's your day going, my love?
Good morning, Boguslav, Bogus's son. How's our little kingdom doing? Not enough crafting
Take
resources. She always says that. But I don't have any notifications. Oh, wait. Maybe I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, they're out of manure for fertilizer. I might turn this off just for a minute. This is one of the things that kind of irritates me a little, because we are producing 92 manure a day, but if your production using that manure, so production of fertilizer, if your production is running at a level that is going to go over that, it'll keep coming up with not enough resources, and then it'll go away because some manure gets shoveled into the resource storage, and then they'll produce fertilizer and the icon will come up again. So I'll just turn that off for a bit and try and remember, I'll probably forget, try and remember to turn it back up once a little surplus of manure has built up. Where's Bill? Come here, Bill. There he is. Take your time, Bill. It's okay. So let's have a look at our lovely lake here. Kind of a nice thing to wake up to. Like, I can imagine Bogush going out and sitting on the balcony and having a coffee. Coffee didn't exist in Europe at this time, but anyway, I can imagine him sitting out here and having a nice relaxing morning before riding Bill off to work, which is what we're doing now. We said last episode that what we need to do is get some houses happening so that we can get some more villagers happening. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go down here and have a look. Just riding around the entire village at the moment, but go down here and have a look. We've got new fields. We've got lots of cabbages, of course. Always got to have a lot of cabbages. I wish there was a way to automate fertilizer production with cabbages. You can make compost bins and put cabbages in them, but you have to do it yourself. You can harvest cabbages and just drop them on the floor somewhere, but you have to do that yourself. And then you can put that rot the next season in the resource storage and get your villagers to create fertilizer from it, but you have to pick up the rot and put it in the resource storage yourself. It would be nice if there was a way to, I mean, if the rot is in the food storage, like if you put all the cabbages in the food storage and just leave them there, eventually they will rot, and then you could use that rot as a resource to automate fertilizer production. Let's have a look. We have 152 rot, which will make 15 fertilizer. So we could do it that way if we really wanted to, but we're not going to do that. It just occurred to me, I haven't checked for a while. If you have market stalls, if you're new to the game, you may not know this. If you have market stalls, when they sell things, they put the money in the resource storage, and you have to go and pick it up occasionally. So it's good to do that maybe once a season, or whenever you need money. There may just be some sitting in resource storage, waiting for you to go get it. So what I was thinking is I like the forest village feel. So maybe another little foresty house or two might not be a bad thing. And our goal for this episode is to get some more villagers. So we need more houses. We can put one there. I think it's always nice. Actually, we don't even, for this, we don't even need the destructo mode on the hammer. We can just see the house's blueprint. So maybe, although it's probably not a bad idea because then we can see the paths as well. Maybe we can fit one here. I think this, yeah, this is rock, so it's going to block it. So we might need to take out a tree or two down here. I think if we, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. So if we're going to need a shovel, first of all. Know that we've got a bunch of shovels over here. May as well take one of those. Put it in our wheel. So, get our axe back out, and I think if we take these two trees, that should open up. Maybe we need 3 of them actually. And dig up the stumps. If you haven't seen the earlier episodes where I explain this, stumps regrow into trees. So if you don't want a barren wasteland when you're doing your real digging or your real tree clearing to get logs, if you don't want a barren wasteland, do not take the stumps. This is too steep. Let's do the house spinny thing. Just to see if it'll... Whoop, there was a flash of green there. There we go. That looked good. So, because we made these stone, we're going to need planks for the roofs, which we may not have enough of. But let's put these... So if you build the foundation and you build the frame, then you can start editing where things are. So make that a... Let me see. Yep. Make this a door. So you can change things, you can change where the door is, but first you have to take away the existing door. And then it works. So let's make this a window. Make this a window. Maybe take away that window. Yeah. I like that. I like that. Now, one potential problem, like a lot of people would not do this way because if you have a simple small house, which is what these are, the people living in it can only have one child. Which really long term can be a problem. Because obviously if you have two people, two adults living in a house, and they have one child, and both of the adults die, that child is not enough to replace the population. Obviously. Your population is going to be going down by half the whole time. But that is a very long-term concern, which I am not worrying about right now. And even if they are not repopulating, you can always recruit more villagers. Oops. That is wrong. Our style in this village is wattle up the top. Like that. Yeah. So I'm banging in the logs up the top, but we don't have planks. We're going to have to make a ton of planks to get these finished, and we just don't have the planks right now. But we may not in the end have enough logs to get that many houses done. We may have to do a deforestation run ourselves. My goal is always to get other people to do this work for me. The logging work. If you've got a good economy running and you've got a good bunch of villagers, you can usually have them do a lot of the things for you that you don't necessarily want to do. If you want to do it, that's fine. Of course, go do it. But I like not having to cut down trees constantly. Oh, and these old houses still have thatch roofs. That's interesting. I want to change that as soon as possible. The thing with houses, the size of the house makes no difference to the happiness, the mood of a villager. They are perfectly happy living in smaller houses. The material makes all the difference. So essentially the insulation really makes all the difference. Stone by itself is better insulated than wood, which is better insulated than wattle, which makes sense. A stone house is going to keep in more heat than a house made of sticks. So mood is entirely dependent on that, and if you put them in a stone house with a wooden tile roof, which is what this is, or will be, and you insulate it with limestone, so you put limestone on the stone walls, that's as happy as a house can make your villagers. So let's make some planks. I didn't really look at or think about how many we might need, but let's make 150 to start with. So the way that a larger house does affect your villager's mood is, in a larger house they can have 2 children. Each child... Oh, I'm carrying way too much. Because I'm carrying a lot of planks. Let's put down as many as we have to be able to move. Yeah, mood is affected by children. So if your villagers have 2 children, they get +5 mood for each child. So of course, in a larger house where they can have 2 children, which is the maximum, they get +10 to their mood. And in a smaller house, they would only get +5 if they have 1 child. But otherwise, the material is what affects it. The size does not. So, 1 house finished. The other one was over here. Yeah. So for optimum mood, it is really good to insulate the houses as soon as possible as well. You do that by going to add insulation, and we have enough limestone in the storage that we can insulate some houses. So I'll go ahead and do that while we're at it. Because I've made the stylistic decision to not do stone up there and not insulate it, that's going to be a little lower mood, but it's really 1 or 2%. It makes almost no difference, but it does make some difference. I'm just doing this randomly right now because I don't really care. I'm eventually going to insulate all of the houses, so which one I do first isn't really a huge issue as far as I'm concerned. But you do it the way you want to do it. Your game, your fun, your rules. We're almost out of limestone. Now we're out of limestone. So now we've got 2 empty houses, which are in the North Forest. These are in the South Forest. So this is north, that's south. Okay. So these are North Forest. So they're all renamed, and the new ones are named North Forest, North 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's put some in the south side as well. South Forest is over here. Let me check just quickly. Do we have our excavation shed? We don't have anyone in our excavation shed right now. That's a pity, because they should be getting limestone, but that's what we need more villagers for. More villagers, more villagers. So over here, I think if we take this one tree, we might be able to get a house in right here. Let's try it. When you're doing stuff like this, if you don't want to ruin your forest just because you're trying things out, do a quick save. Make myself 1 stone axe. Yeah, do a quick save, and you can always then try something out, come back to it, try it out again, come back to an earlier version, whatever. If you just want to make sure you don't take down some trees and it turns out it's a really stupid idea. So we're gonna dig up the stump because we can't build unless we dig up the stump. And then let's Let's see. We don't have any other roads or anything blocking anywhere. And go with some simple small houses. Just checking out the different options of where it could be. I like, especially for these forest houses, I like the log foundation, that they're all up on stilts and made out of logs. So we'll go with that. Let's see. There are other ways to be tricky about... I'm just thinking about keeping my villagers from creating a massive baby boom. There are other ways to avoid the baby boom. Namely, people will not reproduce if... Well, no, better way to say it. They will marry and have children quicker if they are closer in age. So if you put a 20-year-old with a 20-year-old, for example, they will get together much quicker. I don't have exact numbers on how long it takes, but they will get together much quicker than if you put a 20-year-old with a 35-year-old. If they are more than 20 years apart, they will not get together at all. I'm not even sure you can put them in a house together. Maybe you can, but they won't get together and have children at all. Oh, come on, I want stilts. I want stilts. I don't want... It would be nice if you could actually manually decide to put a house up or down. If you're like on flat land, you could still decide to have stilts anyway. Like this house, I cannot get it. That's the manor over there. I cannot get this one to do anything except that. Okay. So that gives us 2 more houses. Maybe put another one over this way. And then we could go villager hunting. Not with a bow or anything. Maybe this one. I don't like birch trees very much. I mean, they look nice in autumn. That's about all the nice stuff you can say about them, because they only give 2 logs. They look thin and scrawny. I don't know. Like I said, they're pretty in autumn. You can always use inspector mode to find logs. Sometimes when you're doing a lot of deforestation, it can be really hard to find them. You don't see them until you've cut them up. So a fallen birch tree doesn't show up, but logs then do show up, like this one that's rolling away over here. Okay. Let's see if I can squeeze one in here. Yep. I want the stilts at least wherever I can get them. Oh, I am out of range. And I don't have stones. This new remote storage thing, like being within range, it really makes me kind of lazy. It used to be the only option was to carry all of these materials around with you. Kids these days don't know how good they've got it. And back in my day, we used to have to carry 100 stones and 100 logs in our pockets. Yeah. That's the way it was. Now I'm in range. Oh no, I'm in range of the food storage. I'm not in range of the resource storage. Dim it. Over here, I'm also not in range. Okay. So the door where it is actually not bad. Oh, I am stuck. Good to know there's an unstuck in the menu, in case you didn't know that. I think they would want windows on the side here for a good view. And what we want to do, see, these are larger buildings, but I don't want to take out all the trees, and it's hard to fit the larger buildings in. Okay, so what? Sorry. What do I have? I don't have anything. Good. Good. Let's get Bill back. Let's maybe, since we're still awake and it's getting late, take a night vision potion.
Move on.
I wouldn't mind getting these houses finished tonight.
Thirsty.
Okay, villagers hanging out. It's good. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting these buildings finished tonight so that tomorrow we can do a big tour of all the towns and get as much or as many villagers recruited as possible. But yeah, we're gonna have to do some carrying around manually to get all of this finished, and it's mostly going to be logs and stones to start with. Where did I put Bill? Come here, Bill. Time for you to earn your animal feed.
Let's go.
Let's go. So we want all the stone and all the planks and all the logs that we can carry. And we're going to overload both of us. But that's okay. It's going to be a slow ride back over to where the houses are. And I'm going to put away enough stone that I can at least move. Wow. Carrying way too much. Okay. All the stone. And we probably don't need that many logs. So I'll choose to put them away first. Let's see if Bill and I can still move at all. very, very slowly. So I'll see you back over there. So that was a long ride. It's actually a short ride. It was just a very slow ride. You can see that Bill is suffering, but he's a good donkey. He's helping us out. So what if what am I carrying? Logs and planks. So I can do roofs. First of all, let's change these to wattle. Wattle. And we can get the roof done over here as well. Change that to wattle. Already out of planks. Okay. And we can bang the rest of the logs into these walls till we run out. Oh, we run out. Yeah. And let's see. What does Bill have? Bill has a bunch of stone. We have now nothing. I just transferred stone back and forth between me and him because I clicked around too quickly. Let's get some things finished. It's going to take a couple of trips. So, it took a couple of trips back and forth. It took pretty much all of the logs turned into planks and a lot of the stone, most of the stone, that we have. But we now have numerous numerous houses that are empty. We have 3 more here. We have 2 down here. So we have enough space for 5 singles. And more if we double people up. So these are all Forest South. Let's rename these. So we have Forest South 1, 2, 3, and then down here we have 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure I'm super happy about the way it sorts these. It sorts them by group first, and then by name. So all the simple small houses are together. All of these simple houses are together. But yeah, I'm not sure I like that. But anyway, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 empty houses, which can fit up to 10 people, adults that is, in them. So I'd say it's time to go to bed, if I can find it.
Easy now.
And see about recruiting a bunch of people tomorrow. Good morning, Amelia.
How's your day going, my love?
How's your day going is the question, really. All is up and running, Captain Husband. That's what I like to hear. What's on your mind? Being good enough is the same as failing. If you're not going to push yourself, why even bother trying? She's very motivated, isn't she?
So long.
Have I got gifts? See, when your spouse's affection starts dropping, you can give them gifts. And down here, down the bottom, you can see this is for someone who likes experimenting with new things. This is for someone who, with an acquired taste, which is actually poor English. Appreciated only by someone truly sophisticated. Someone who has a sweet tooth. Now, strangely enough, some of these things can only be given to a man. In this case, only a man. In this case, only a woman. Only a woman, and only a woman. So this one we could actually sell, because we are not married to a man. Can be given to someone who likes experimenting with new things. I forget. To be honest, I forget what Amelia's personality is. There are different personality types that actually have names, like a romantic or a free spirit, or busy bee, or a snob. I think there's only 4. Maybe there's 5. I don't remember. Don't quote me on any of that. But I know that Amelia is not super sophisticated. I know that she is not necessarily a snob, which I think is what is meant by acquired taste. Let's give her the dates. So even after you've married,
How's your day going, my love?
You can go to the romance option. You can see that her affection has dropped to 95%. None of this matters until she gets really low. When she gets down to 0, she will leave and take the child with her. But I like to keep it as high as possible. Now her affection is 100. I got +7 for that gift.
Goodbye.
So, we have a whole bunch of houses. Like I said, it used pretty much all of our house building resources. I was hoping to maybe kill 2 birds with 1 stone and go hunting for villagers and also buy a horse. But we're not going to have the resources to build a stable. So no horse buying right now. Let's get rid of all of this stuff that we and Bill are carrying. Sesame honey bar we can sell. Curious, do we have anything in here? Elite sword, fishing spears are good to keep. Iron daggers I can sell. Elite helmet I want to keep. 200 simple hoods we're going to sell through our market stalls. Yeah, good. So we're fine for stuff to sell. Let's ride to Piastovia. I feel like rides in general. So maybe we'll be cutting to black a lot because you probably don't want to watch me ride all over the map. If you particularly do want to watch me ride all over the map, let me know and I will be happy to not fade out and cut those bits. But in general, I think you probably don't want to watch me ride all over the map. So I'll see you in Piastovia. So we had a little hiccup on the way. I went to Piastovia and sold all of that extra stuff. Now we're at our resource storage near Piastovia. What happened is, you can see the icon on the top there. What happened is we ran out of fertilizer. All of that stuff we did with fields kind of, last episode, kind of interrupted the normal flow. And our farmers ran out of fertilizer because we juggled people around. And we're not producing as much fertilizer as we used to. I'm just doing a little resource storage maintenance, keeping the front of it tidy. those sticks away. And you can see that we still have that icon up there, even though we have a bunch of fertilizer now. This is, like I said last episode, this is a funny little bug that sometimes happens specifically with the farm shed. So I'm gonna kick these 3-4 people out and then put them back. And that resets them. If you change what they're doing or they get stuck because they can't do something, often they will not update when you fix their problems. Now you see the icon's gone away. So if that happens to you, if your farm shed workers are complaining even after you fix their problem, just kick them out and put them back. That will reset them. It's a bug. It'll get fixed eventually. But if it happens, you know how to work around it. So what do we got here? We've got not very good stuff. None of them. Man, I'm going to recruit all of these people. Why am I recruiting people who have bad skills? Because I don't want to see them here next season.
Oh, it's you again.
So what I'm doing is I'm recruiting all of them, and then I'm immediately going to kick them out of the village. Kick out. Kick out. Kick out. She, Smislava. Wait a sec. Oh yeah, she's meant to be in the. I didn't completely put everybody back in the farm shed. That's the problem there. Okay. So all those people have been kicked out, and they will now walk off the map and disappear. That means this fire next season will have completely new villagers in it, which is a good thing. So now we're going to ride up to Klonica and see who's sitting around the fire up there. So here we are in Klonica. Miners are such blockheads. Now that we're here, we have another warning from the farm shed, and I checked it, and it's rye grain. I think I probably made a mistake and ground up too much rye grain into flour. So we have a little farming problem again. I'll have to go back to Ostoya and buy some rye grain if we want to have a full harvest. Okay, this is much better. We have a farming 3 and a production 3. We have a diplomacy 3, which is good. She's not so great. He's not so great. And excavation. Okay, so we're gonna, first of all, we're gonna get rid of the trash. Nothing personal, Seabor, but, you know.
Hello.
Huberta. Nothing personal at all, but you have to go. And Seabor, you have to go. So they're off the map.
Hello.
These are good people, useful people. We want them in our village.
Hello.
Nice. So, they are... Let's sort by profession, because that's going to put them at the top, because they have no profession. This is Baldwina is good with diplomacy. So she goes, well, first of all, she gets a house, of course. All to herself. And she's going to go in the... where is it? clothes stall. So now that she's in the clothes stall, we can go to the clothes stall and turn this up all the way so that she's making us 300 a day. And she's going to have simple hoods to sell for quite a while. So,
A house is
whoops,
a basic need.
she's taken care of. Now, Nidomzil, if you're Polish, explain to me how to pronounce that. That would be awesome. Nidomzil is good at farming and production. So let's give him a house to start with. Put him in far south. And I think what they're going to end up being, as far as the job goes, is a blacksmith. But we haven't upgraded the smithy yet. So they can't do that. We could put him in the barn. Let's put him in the barn for now. That is also production. And Dobrowoja, or Dobrowoja, I think. She is a very clear case of a miner, I think. Put her in one of the forest houses and put her in the mine. Actually, let's put her in the excavation shed because we need, if we need anything, it's limestone. We want to get all the limestone we can so that we can insulate houses.
And I demand one.
So all those icons should go away. Yep, except the we need rye grain icon. So they're all walking back over to our village. Excuse me. Coming through. Bill has priority. We need to solve the rye grain problem quickly. Otherwise, our farmers are not going to be able to finish the season. In fact, they've probably already been delayed enough that they're not going to finish.
Oh, it's you again.
I need a ride. Not to Podplamiki. Piastovia, please. So let's call Bill. Bill is probably going to come out of that house over there. Yep, there he is. Hi, Bill. What were you doing in their house? You silly donkey. Silly, silly donkey. Anyway, let's go back to... It's a bit unfortunate that we need to spend money on something that we should have. But we got to visit our mate.
How can I help you?
How can you help me, Marcus Love? You can sell me rye grain. That's how you can help. I really wish we didn't need to do this, but I think we do. I don't know how much exactly we need. If we buy all of it, yeah, let's just buy all of it.
My wares? Goodbye.
We can make flour out of the excess if we have to. So, quickly ride over to the resource storage near Piastovia. This is why, one of the reasons why we have a resource storage near Piastovia. And we can keep riding this direction and go to Skauki. Sometimes I just like to ride the donkey or the horse around the map, especially in autumn, because things are very pretty. Rye grain. That may solve the problem, but I think it will not. This bug with the farm shed seems to be pretty consistent. Yeah, it's not fixing it. So let's do the old kick them out, put them back in trick again. Maybe we only need to kick one out. Marjmila. Did that fix the problem? Yes, it did. Cool. So, off to Skauki we go. Like I said, sometimes I just like to ride around. Even though I could fast travel, I've got the money for it. The wagons are not that expensive. It's just pretty sometimes. Look at that view. And here comes Skauki. It's a chill game. I know a lot of people play it a lot less chill than I do. They like to go out and hunt bears and beat up bandits and stuff, and that's fine. Your game, your fun, your rules, of course, but for me it's mostly a chill game about building and managing and stuff like that, and I enjoy that. What do you got, Dagobert? Dagobert's almost all ones. Okay, another excavator farmer. And another 2s and 1s. So
How is life treating you?
Let's clear out the 2s and 1s. Sorry, Dagobert.
How can I help
but
you?
Your skills are really
Sometimes
garbage.
I wish we could turn back to...
Get them out, first of all. Have a nice walk to the edge of the map.
How can I help you?
Is definitely someone worth having. And let's give her a house by herself to start with. And put her in the mine. Actually, let's put her in the excavation shed and get our limestone up as quick as possible. Very cool. Let's go build. Now we are going to be lazy because it's getting late in the day and I would like to finish this recruiting journey, this recruiting tour. I'd like to finish it today.
Oh, it's you again.
And we've only got one place we haven't been. That's Ostoya. The pretty cool fishing village. I like Ostoya. I wish we could build a lot of the things that we see in Ostoya. So one of the things we see in Ostoya is houses on the water and piers and platforms. We can build piers and platforms, but we can't build houses on the water. That would be really cool if we could. And the other thing we see is things on the piers, bundles and barrels and all of this stuff. And that's something the devs can do, but we are not allowed to do. Not yet, anyway. Maybe eventually. So, let's see. What have we got? 2s and 1s. 2s and 1s. Oh, man. 2s and 1s, 2s and 1s. Oops. And a little 3s in here. So, we'll definitely take her, and I think we just need to tell the rest of them to take a walk to the edge of the map, please.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Goodbye.
Sometimes I've got a feeling
Yep,
the whole...
she's
How do you do?
also 2s and 1s. She can also take a walk. Kazmiela is
there.
good, though. We'll take her. So, Kazmiela needs a house. The last house that she can be in by herself. And she's got... She could be a stall holder in the tool stall, for example. And otherwise, yeah, she's only got diplomas. Oh, she could be a hunter, that's right, as well. Let's put her in the hunting lodge for now. And go turn on the hunting lodge so it's doing something. Let's get it cranking leather, which is useful for creating things we can sell. And the others, sorry folks, but you're just not good enough for Podplomiki. So they are all exiled to the edge of the map. That's just the way it goes. Sad but true. And I think I'm going to ride back because look at this landscape. Look at this sunset. Look at those trees. Come here, Bill. Let's go for a ride. See you back in the village. This is why I like riding sometimes. I just love watching that sun coming through the trees. Oops. I'm gonna go cross country, so wish me luck. So this is the old mill. This is some ruined buildings that are just southeast. Oops. Just southeast of Piastovia. And that was some coin and a coverlet, which is a gift also, but can be sold. There are also some flour, some berry wine. There's various things in this old building that you can loot. More coin. More flour. Not that we have a shortage of flour. If anything, we probably have too much. And then inside these buildings, there are lots of poisoned arrows. They're stone arrows, so they're kind of crap, but we can sell them. There's a stone spear, which is also not really worth it. Bags are useful. Potion of sobriety is useful. So I guess a drunk used to live here? Something like that. Always pick up the things on the ground because sometimes they have 150 coin hiding underneath them. Another spear. Obviously some bad people attacked whoever lives here. And I always go first person to have a really good search around. Not much there. And then there's this other, I'm trying to remember, there's nothing over this way. There's this other building here. Barrels are empty. This is the actual mill itself, you can see. And there are poisoned iron arrows, which are definitely much better. And a bow.
It seems I forgot about food.
And some potions.
Again.
And some more coin and some tin bars. Lots of good stuff in this building. Rye grain, which we needed, although 4 doesn't help us much. Bogish said he forgot about food. Oh, and we really forgot about food because he doesn't have any on him. That's fine. We'll be back home shortly. So, back downstairs. I can't remember.
Taste of food.
Does this building have a basement? No. No, it doesn't. So, let's get back to town. First of all, let's have another potion of night vision. And see you back at Podplumiki. Wait, there's a fire down here. Are there bandits? No, it's just a fisherman.
I'm starving.
Let's talk to him. Looking for fish? I would rather find my fishing spear first. Bloody pike took it. Should have seen it. It was enormous, huge, gigantic, gargantuan. Yeah, sure. I bet it was the size of a horse. It should be easy to find then. Good luck. I don't have any fishing spears on me, but I can come back to you later if you still need one. Any fishing advice? Oh no, you won't squeeze any secrets out of me. All right, forget I even asked. Okay.
Goodbye.
So maybe he'll give me fishing advice when I come back. I can take the buckets here.
Food. Again.
They are not technically stealing, which is good. If I come back and give him a fishing spear, I don't actually know what will happen. But if I don't forget, I'll do that. I'm interested. It's always nice when you run into little interesting things out in the world. Yeah, Bogish, I know. We forgot about food. I get it. You're hungry. We will take care of that presently. When we get back to the village, you can have all the food you want. Luckily, you can't overeat in this game. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which I've been playing a bit recently, you can actually overeat. And it gives you a debuff. Eating too much is a bad thing, which is not too surprising.
Again.
So let's get back to the village. And we're back. And these are our villagers who've been walking all the way from, I don't know, probably Klonica. I wish I could sell my knees and buy some new ones. That's actually... I can't blame you. So, Bogish has been complaining all the way here about how hungry he is. Let's... Wait a sec. Flatbread has 24. Let's get 4 flatbread for Bogish to eat. Yeah, I keep hitting the wrong button for that. Bogish is fed. The world is not going to end. So all of these people are coming back here. That guy went to get a torch out of the barn.
Yeah.
Interesting. Speaking of the barn, how are the fields? 20, 20, 20, 20, 30, 30. Not touched. Should that one be touched? Yes. They should be planting rye there. 1010's done. Okay, so we might have to support them a little in getting the fields done. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
But for now, it's late. I think it's time that Bogish went to bed. We need to build some roads over on this side as well in the southern forest development over here. It's a little wild right now, but it'll develop. It just takes time. So, good night, Bogish. Good morning, Bogish. Good morning, Amelia.
Hello there.
Ah, she gave me some apple juice.
Take care.
Very sweet of her. Sue. let's go have a look. Yeah, we need to get some roads through here. Make it somewhat more civilized. At least a little more civilized. Let's, it occurs to me the Herald is also not around this season. Next season, maybe we can get a crest, so we don't just have this ugly, empty white shield on our sign. But let's have a look around. This is sown with rye already. Rye. Okay. We're going to have so much rye. Unsown, but it's getting rye because it says OR, which is oats rye. That's also going to get rye. Already sown. Unsown. Yeah, basically every field gets rye in autumn. So we're going to have a metric shit ton of rye. It reminds me that we can turn the fertilizer back up. I think it was round 46. And check this. Yeah, 92, 46. So that we don't have the same problem next season that we had this season. Next season, by the way, winter, we can take everyone out of the fields and do other things with them. Because we don't plant anything in winter. We had... Don't know if we have the resources for it. But let's go down to the smithy and see if we can upgrade it. So if you want to check before you upgrade a building, because you can upgrade buildings over top of existing buildings. Not houses, but working buildings, like the smithy, you can upgrade over the top of it. So if we say buildings, production, smithy 3, boom. You can see that it locks on right there. If we do that again, buildings, production, smithy 3, we can see that we have everything we need except 12 planks. But we have more than enough logs to make 12 planks. So let's go make those planks quickly, and we might even have enough to build a stables for horses. That would be kind of awesome if we could. If we don't have enough, we might have enough by the end of the day. We'll see. Okay. Who's working over here? Roberta. Excuse me, Roberta.
No worries. I'll wait.
Thank you. I appreciate your patience. Let's make 20. I know that for the stables we need a bunch of planks as well. And let's put those in the resource search. Put all of this stuff in the resource search. Good. Now we can upgrade the smithy, and then we can move, I forget the name, but one of our villagers had a good production level. And the level 3 smithy takes 2 people. So our mine is producing more now that we've got more people in it. I think we put 1 person in. The others in the excavation shed. But so buildings, production, smithy 3, boom. And each level upgrades the materials as well, which doesn't make any real practical difference. Like, you don't have to insulate buildings like the smithy. You only have to insulate houses. But it looks nicer. So, production, smithy. Nobody is in the smithy because we kicked them out when we upgraded. So, Nidabe. And there was somebody else. Let's sort by production. Descending. Odolan is a good cook. Let's leave him there. Who was it? Majmira is a farmer. Roberta is a lumberjack. I don't know if we don't need that many barn workers. So let's put them in there. And now we're getting 4 and a bit bronze bars a day, which is cool. Even cooler, we'll turn it around a bit later. We could turn this down and then turn up producing something out of bronze, like bronze shearing scissors is my choice. Actually, I might do that. Let's turn this down to just above 2, which means we only really need 2 tin bars and 2 copper bars. So now I'm going to turn on bronze shearing scissors. The good thing about bronze shearing scissors, when you make any, it uses 1 bronze bar and it makes 2 scissors at once. Those two scissors sell for 150 each if you just sell them. But you can also just put them in the market stall and have those being sold. So we're making 1.5 bronze scissors, which is actually 3 because 1 is 2 scissors. Okay, got that sorted. The other market stalls are not built yet. We could finish those, but what I would really like to build is a stables. If we look at, we have to get off the donkey. If we look at buildings, animal husbandry, stables, we need 8 planks. And otherwise we have everything. Man, what are the farmers missing now? No resources. This is a little bit of a stupid thing. The farm shed works differently than every other building. So what it'll tell you here is no resources, but it doesn't tell you what they're missing, which is dumb and annoying. So you have to go over to the people who are working there, and it'll tell you what they're missing. No item rye grain. Didn't I buy rye grain? Really? They're out of rye grain? I thought I bought like 150. I guess they're planting quite a lot of rye, or sowing quite a lot of rye. What So this one's only 2 away from being finished. This one's 20 away. So 22. This one's 13 or 23. So that's 45 plus another 4. Basically, I need 50 more rye grain. Damn. I might rush over to Ostoya and take care of that really quickly. So, back in town, we need to see our buddy Markoslav.
Hello.
What do you got for me, Markoslav? I hope you have 50 rye grain. I think you've got a bit less than 50. Oh, we did buy all of his rye grain. So, we're going to buy all of his rye and turn it into rye
Best
grain.
goods. Have a good day. You
Without
may look like an idiot.
completely rushing back to town. Well, no, let's go back to the village, make some rye grain for our farmers, and let them finish their job. So, back in town, we thresh
Will it take
some
long?
rye grain. And let's see how much that gives us. 70, which is more than enough, should be, if I mathed correctly.
How are you? Have a nice day.
I'm sorry, I didn't actually want to talk to you. I'm sure you're lovely, but I didn't actually want to talk to you. Okay, so the rye grain's there. The farmers are not recognizing it. Or are they? Ah, this time they are. Huh. What does she have a problem with? Smislava. No item rye grain. Huh. So maybe we need to kick her out of the farm shed and put her back in the farm shed, and then she'll catch on. Yep. There she goes. Yeah, so again, if your farmers are not doing what they should be doing, you probably just need to kick him out of the farm shed and put him back in the farm shed. Annoying but true. I expect they will fix it pretty quickly. Render Cube, the development studio that does the game, they've proven to be pretty good about dropping patches and stuff like that pretty quickly and regularly. So I wouldn't worry. So let's see. Still got some time. I mean, before the season ends. Let's see about where do we want to and how do we want to put in our stables. First of all, let's get the stable building. The stables is interesting because it has a door on the side. On the right side now. Which is actually just for people. So I generally like to build it with that door outside and fence off inside. Let's see about this maybe. See, we could build a fence right here going over to essentially here. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's not bad. However, we're out of range. So we need to actually bring or gather resources for it. 12 stone isn't worth going to get. So I'll just pick those up. That's pretty easy. So we can always see what it needs. 48 logs, 8 planks, and some straw. I think we can do that.
Here.
I think we can do that without too much trouble, actually. Eight planks. I'm surprised that it's only 8 planks. I thought it was a lot more planks than that. Feels like maybe I looked at that wrong. Nope, 8 planks. Okay. 48 logs.
Here.
Oh, come on, Bill. Can't quite make that. Fair enough. You are a donkey and not a monkey, after all. 48 logs. And I already have the straw I need. Okay. So this will allow us, I think it's going to be a bit too late because it's the 3rd day of the season, but next episode we can go and buy a horse. Maybe multiple horses. Logs. We need some logs in here and up in the roof. This is all planks. More logs over here. Okay. Whoops! I didn't want to mount. Bill, I want to get the stuff out. All right. That's our stable finished. Very nice. I am psyched about that. We do have a little time, and I really want a horse. So we're going to go check on the coin. That our market souls have been producing. Another roughly 1,000. Nice. I'm going to race back to Piastovia. So if you're on the Oxbow map and you want to buy a horse, the only place to do it is just outside the walls of Piastovia. There's Piastovia. The walls anyway. And here's the stables. And you just go up to a horse and point at it and say buy. Do we have... Yeah, we have enough to buy one horse, or more than enough to buy a baby horse. So there's a gray filly. There's 2 dappled half and half. I don't know what you call it officially. And these are both the same, except this is female. For some reason, a female costs 300 more. I don't really understand that. And the colt is also one of these half and half red and white ones. The only one I really like is this one. So the way this works is, if these are the horses they have, then these are the horses they have. And their adult horses are going to have to age up enough to die, I think. I'm going to buy this one. Put him in the stable. Boop. He's gone. I may as well also buy a male, and then they can grow up and breed. So it's going to take a little time before we can ride those, but they're mine, at least. Now, the interesting thing, I'm going to fast travel now that we've actually got a sign, and we can fast travel. The interesting thing about horses, I was a little disappointed to learn that horses, there's no kind of breeding mechanics built into the game. It's completely random. There are 10 color pattern combinations. So there are different coat patterns that can have different colors. And there are 10 different combinations of color and pattern. And they are completely random. I'm not... Come on, Bill. I'm not 100% sure if there's any weighted, like certain colors are more rare or whatever. But... Okay, that's a new mechanic that you can put in 5 at a time. So, yeah. They are fed. Our market stall has a problem. They have run out of flatbread. No problem. Turn that down. We have a bazillion cabbages. We can just turn that up. And maybe I'll just turn the plums and the cherries up so we're getting maximum out of that. So, I mean, it's totally adorable. We've got these little filly and a colt sitting in here. I'll have to think about their names. If you've got suggestions for nice horse names, let me know down in the comments. Leave me a comment and let me know what the grey, splotchy male and the half red, half white spotted female could be named. So we have some horses. We have newly reorganized fields, which are now, I think, completely planted. Yeah, they managed no problem. That's good. We've got market stalls selling our stuff, and we've got a bunch more villagers. I think we got 5 new villagers this time around, didn't we? Just occurred to me. It's time for a night vision potion. It's a bit better. Our people over here are randomly wandering around. I think I need to build a little hangout area over here. It's funny, I'm not sure what the range is, but it seems like I've never seen more than 2 people hanging out over here, even though there are many, many places to sit. So it seems a little odd, but people won't come that far.
Get up.
Perhaps. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how it works. Or apparently it doesn't work. But it's good to have a stables. It's good to have the fields looking a little more interesting. Let's have a photo mode look. Yeah, like I said, it probably triggers some people's OCD, but I really like having fields that are a bit more interesting looking and not just in a big square grid. Village is coming along nicely, I would say. Maybe one last thing we can do while I'm thinking about it is probably do need to put a road up here as well. We got seedlings. So we want 3 of these, and we want 3 of the plum. And we want a bag, which is in the farm shed, I believe. Because we added those little bits of orchard. Small orchards over here. What we need is a bag and a hoe. Oh. Bronze hoe and bag. This is really simple and quick, but it's nice before the change of the season to get these in because they do take a while to grow, and they don't grow over time. They just grow all at once, basically, at the beginning and end of seasons. Okay, now it's triggering my slight OCD that the road is not really centered between all of these trees. Oh well, I'll just have to live with it. So cherry, we'll do one there and one there and one in the middle over here. We're doing sort of a checkerboard pattern again. Plum, one here, one here, and one in the middle over here. There. Yeah, so those will be growing for a while. I didn't mean to put that bow in there. Put the bags away. Bronze hoe away. Anything else that should go in there? No. Also occurs to me that we pseudo stole... Oh, that fisher with the fishing spear. Yeah, we didn't give him a fishing spear, and we're not gonna. It's too late now. Could probably race back and try and do it, but I'm not going to. Not this time. So I'm just filling those 2 buckets that are in my inventory and put them here. We're getting low on water already, which is because of the weird bug with buckets that the durability all goes down. I just want to check the ones that we've got, make sure that they're the same durability. Yep, they're all 19. So I'll take all of them and fill them as well. I'm going to get Bill a little closer, just in case. I'm suspecting that I cannot carry all of them. Oh, no. That works. I can indeed carry them. Put the apple juice and berry wine in there. So, I think that's been a pretty productive and useful autumn. What do you think? How is your Medieval Dynasty going? I'm always curious, because there are so many different ways you can play this game. So many different styles, and I say it all the time. Your game, your fun, your rules. And I'm just curious how other people are generally playing it. So it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, as usual, give it a like. Subscribe to keep up with the ongoing Let's Play series and my other series of tutorials. I will be doing a tutorial soon, which is going to be an ultimate guide to farming in Medieval Dynasty. And that should be hopefully very informative and clear up a lot of confusion, because farming can be a mess in this game. Especially when you're starting, it's very confusing. So, I hope you're having a good time in your Medieval Dynasty, and I will see you in winter with Bogush.
Goodbye.